My husband is watching incest porn with titles such as father/daughter. I found that on one website. He actually put in dad in search on porn site. We have been married over 20 years and have a 24-year-old daughter. She is mine, but he is her adopted father. He also seems to totally disregard me when she is around. We are very close and to my knowledge was never abused. He never had a sister or mother complex either. This has been going on for a few years to my knowledge. I checked his computer a few years ago and noticed it, but also noticed other regular porn, if that is a name. My daughter and I look a lot alike. I know after 20 years of marriage things slow down, but I know they say a woman's intuition is almost always correct. Am I just being paranoid?
This website does not constitute treatment and only provides information and advice in a Q&A format. For treatment, therapy and/or medications, you must go to a licensed professional in your area. Please note that anything said here is not private or confidential, as this is a public forum. Hello and thank you for using JustAnswer. The behavior by your husband watching these types of pornography is definitely disturbing and probably is his way of expressing a deeper incest fantasy he may have, or possibly he enjoys the taboo part of that level of pornography. I cannot be certain what is going on in your husband's mind since I have never spoken or evaluated him, but are you concerned that he has possibly abused your daughter?
I think my daughter would have told me. She is a very strong woman and I want to believe that I am more observant than not. She doesn't do anything sexual around him either. This is my second marriage and he has been with her since she was 1 year old. He has always been a great guy and provider. My first encounter was just out of curiosity on his computer. But it was always stuck in back of my head. When I recently looked, yesterday, I noticed that he actually went to a free X-rated site and put in search the word dad. He also looked at 11 different pages of the site. Our sex life is not good any longer and maybe I am just feeling insecure due to that. We have spent hours talking about it, but in last 5 years, it has not improved. I am contemplating leaving him over it. I don't know why, but this is really disturbing to me and I can't even imagine what to say to him. And if I do, I believe it will destroy any trust on both of us. Since she is not his biological daughter, could he be a Woody Allen type? Or is this a normal behavior for men? I have been all over the net looking for help and most of it is for small children and abuse. Please let me know. Thanks.
At this point, given that I have never evaluated your husband, I can only say that it is possible he finds your daughter to be sexually attractive and may try to pursue a relationship with her, but again I do not know him nor have I ever evaluated him regarding this issue. The incest websites for pornography are usually not real and more trying to convey a fantasy for their viewers where the pornographic actors pretend to be related. This is not an excuse, I am merely pointing it out, but I would say that it is considered an uncommon type of pornography, and especially since your husband appears to be exclusively attracted to this level of pornography, which demonstrates a fantasy life where he is aroused by incest. Now will this just stay as a fantasy to him or will he pursue it actively? That is where I cannot see the future, because all I can say right now is that most likely he is attracted to the thoughts of sexual incest, including your daughter, but not limited to her. Some men just keep this in the fantasy and they are satisfied with that, and others have to pursue the fantasy to make it a reality, and I do not know if your husband is like that or not, since I need to evaluate him face to face to determine that. But at this point your concerns are valid from what you described, and I would say that your husband should seek out therapeutic help for this exclusive fetish regarding incest.
Thank you for your insight. I have to make some decisions on my end now. I know this is eating at me like a cancer. I don't think he would ever acted on this due to his social standing and that he would lose all he has worked for and built in his life. But, nevertheless, this is disturbing to actually confront this with a man I absolutely loved and adored for 24 years. I know he will say that it is coincidence on the web pages that it came up. But not every time. I am glad to have someone to actually give me some help. I wouldn't even know how to tell anyone of my friends or family of this concern. Any suggestions on how to bring it up to him?
It is your choice if you want to give details or not about his fetishes/fantasies, but you can just tell them that you uncovered that he had some questionable sexual fetishes that pushed your moral boundaries. You can tell your friends and family that these questionable practices made you not trust him or feel as connected to him as you once did, and that led you possibly falling out of love with this man because he was pretending to be someone he was not.
Thank you for your help. I have a lot to contemplate now and how to talk to him. If it is what I suspect, it will be the hardest thing I have ever done, and it will be very sad to see our marriage end. Thank you again.
You are most welcome, and I wish you all the best with whatever you decide. Thank you, appreciate it.
If you have a health question and want to chat with a doctor now, visit justanswer.com/ythealth.